And, of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Minnesota Vikings. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Ball up to the up on 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Off. Mike 52. Get that quarterback at all costs. Out. Eddie Weapon. Check. Zoom.
They'll set up a throw. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Let's bring it. 5-2 is the Mike 5-2.
Here's 2nd and 8. Got a man open. That's Harry. Touchdown, Vikings. N'Keal Harry, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready. Recon, 132 fighter. Get that ball, Dan. Get that ball. Fire.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Room here to run. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. 76 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Small. Right 52, right 52. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Complete. Smith has it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
We got this. We got this.
He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Operating from the gun, Gilbert. Yeah, he's got his tight end, Oliver. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
52, come on. Big stop.
Hey, Orbit.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Gotta do better. Come on, QB.
Hey, Sam on. Back, go.
Throwing on first down, Gilbert. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go, set. 60 or.
One tight end.
Ready?
Off play action, Gilbert. He's going to fire one deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays. Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 52. Mike 52. And we're pretty quiet, D. Wait. Check safety. Hayward.
2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. Little Mike 52, Mike 52.
Looking to throw. Well, this one complete to Smith. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. That's taken on the 25. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Check 90. Short.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Jaguars 14, Vikings 7.
Ready? 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Cut, cut, cut. Check 50, check 50. Rotate, spell. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Bring it, bring it. Orbit, orbit. Mike 52. I don't think you got it, son. 52's the mic. Mike's not. Mike 52. Single.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
A gain of a yard brings up second and
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Safety's creeping. Check.
Now Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They're going to look to throw. Got his man, that's Harry. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Hey, watch the line. Any weapons? Big ass, big ass, big ass.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down. 52's the mic right here. 52's the mic. Watch the slats. Watch the slats. X3. X3. Check 24. By 52. I know he ain't got it. High 7, high 7.
2nd and 9 now. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Mike 52. It's been a long day for you. Look, 6 4, 3. Off. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll set up to throw. And Diggs has it. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. They come out here in the I. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand in first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
First down, Jaguars.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
6-6, pull it high.
From the gun, Gilbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. escape, and he goes down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a straight sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, that'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Get it.
Gilbert. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Ready. 60 yards.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready,
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Move. Squeeze.
Don't let 89 go deep. Whatever you do.
Operating from the gun, Gilbert. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrick Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Time to go night. Mike 52. Pick me up. Here we go. 52's the mic. Hey.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Hurry up! Come on, dog, 55. And we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert. Slam, slam, slam.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. No, watch one. Watch one. Go. Mike 52. Mike 52. Go, they go.
2nd and 13. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
You go tight. You got tight. Hop on. Hop on. Hayward.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 11. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags 11. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Check the hot read. Mike 55. Mike 55. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Stop your whining.
This is Gordon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Make that now 3 straight 2-yard gains. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Badgley's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Ready up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, Zoo.
From the gun, Gilbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Check. Kill. Short. 52's the mark, boys. 52. No chance. Check 3. Check the ball.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
This series right here, we got to step it up. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 31. Swing the ball. Rest. Come on. Go get him. Let it go.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Now back to throw. Incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Kill. He's coming. We got double up. Showing it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Okay, baby, I'm
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's go, D. Shoot! Watch the shoot! He's coming. Double up, double up.
Hey, Echo.
2nd and 3. Buying time to his left. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jonathan Hankins able to get him for a loss of about 3.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Gordon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.